What is going on, my crazy 76er fanatics? We're back with another daily pod with your daily 76ers discourse and discussion. Did you tune in? That's all that matters. Did you watch the Sixers' first glimpse of action, taking over the waters in Abu Dhabi, playing those New York Knicks, and shooting up a lot of bricks, guys? If you didn't watch the game, I'm going to give you the updates, but I want to thank everyone for liking, for commenting, for subscribing, everyone who's watching, helping this channel grow. You know who you are, guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the real MVPs of this channel. But if you didn't watch the game, guys, you really didn't miss much because the Sixers missed a lot more. This team went 3 for 35 from the three-point line. That's a real stat. They went 3 for 35 from the three-point line as a team. As a team. Clearly, they are still in preseason form, and hopefully they don't take that shooting, they don't take that consistency into the regular season. But one player looked amazing. One player looked phenomenal, and that one player is the leader and the best player on this team who is healthy right now. That'd be Tyrese Maxey, guys. Tyrese Maxey looked like the man amongst boys, looked like the leader of this squad, and realistically, scoring at will, getting to any spot on the court, any spot he wanted to. Maybe the Knicks defense was also in preseason form, but Tyrese Maxey was the only player on this squad, this Sixer squad, that looked ready for the playoffs today or tomorrow. Sleeve Reese is what he's calling himself right now, and whatever Reese we're getting, it's one of the best players, one of the best forms of Tyrese Maxey. We'll be able to see. He looks mature. He looks confident. He looks comfortable. And again, guys, he's able to get to any spot on the court that he ever so pleases, ever so desired out there during this matchup. One thing that you did see him do is try to defer a little bit, try to figure out and find who can help him, who could be the reliever, or who could also play some backup point guard for this squad, or just dual combo guard for this squad. One thing I did like that Nick Nurse, Maxey, and VJ Edgecombe did try to do. They allowed VJ Edgecombe to bring the ball up in the first quarter. VJ would bring the ball up. Maxey would then grab the ball at the top of the key once he passed half court, really being the initiator, the creator of the offense, and again, saving his wind, saving his energy to create for the offense and not being hassled with a four-court press. That was interesting to see. VJ looked comfortable bringing the ball up, but will VJ look comfortable handling the ball in the half-court set? As of right now, that is a no. But we're going to talk about VJ's performance after we cover how great Maxey's was. He had 14 points, he had 4 rebounds, he had 4 assists, and he shot 5 for 12 from the field today, 0 for 4 from 3 today. The 3 wasn't falling, but Maxey was still balling, guys. I'm talking about a guy, if you see him play today, you know he's comfortable and going to easily average 25 points per game for this squad. Maxey will easily not only provide this squad with offensive firepower, but it seems like a fourth quarter closing ability because the comfortability he has with the ball in his hands, with taking and making any shot and getting to his spots. Guys, I'm thinking about Maxey potentially being the fourth quarter closer on this team that they may need. Plus, the 4 assists he had, he seemed comfortable finding the dunkers in the dunker spot, getting a Bona for a lob, getting Drummond for a lob. He seemed comfortable officiating and creating for the squad. But again, that also may be the Knicks' defense in preseason form because they allowed like 3 lobs in the first 4 minutes. And it was Karl-Anthony Towns. They seem to be slacking on that end of the ball. It won't be that easy come the regular season. It won't be that easy come the regular season. But hopefully for VJ Edgecombe, it does become easier. As you learn and as you grow, you do get better. And how NBA ready is VJ Edgecombe as of today? Kinda. Maybe extremely. The one thing that VJ Edgecombe can't do right now, that's score the ball at will, that's score the ball comfortably, and that's knock down jump shots. But that's also just basically saying he's a rookie. Rookies aren't perfect scorers. Rookies aren't comfortable putting the ball on the floor, and rookies definitely don't walk in and average 20 in this NBA. So VJ Edgecombe scoring, that's the one thing he can definitely develop and grow on. But everything else, guys, VJ seems like he has the NBA-ready makeup. He was handsy and very persistent on the defensive end. He also was able to limit his fouls, only having 1 personal foul on a day, where other players like Barlow and Abona found themselves in foul trouble. That wasn't a problem that VJ Edgecombe had. On top of that, guys, Maxey was this team's leading scorer with 14 points. But VJ Edgecombe tied this team's leading scorer with 14 points. He may be needed. I'm talking about needed a lot to put the ball in the hole and to be a scorer on this squad. We're going to get to that, but he struggled to score. He shot 4 from 13 from the field, 1 from 6 from 3, and truly looked like a real rookie. Good thing is right now, he can knock down free throws. The one thing you're going to want to see from any rookie or any player in the NBA is a good free throw percentage, because it should eventually lean into your true shooting percentage. So VJ is a pretty good shooter. He went 5 for 5 from the line. He did also in the game with 14 points, the same as Tyrese Maxey. But the most impressive thing was his rebounding, guys. He was tenacious on the offensive glass, and he was, again, relentless on the defensive glass. There was many times where VJ Edgecombe was grabbing the rebound and then creating and starting the fast break. If you have a point guard, shooting guard, or just a ball handler who's grabbing the ball off the glass and initially starting the fast break, that's one last pass you have to make. That's one less delay before the ball gets to the hole, before the ball touches the paint on the other end of the court. And most importantly, that's someone, when VJ grabs the rebound, you know he's going to be a great rebounder. That's what you've seen so far. If you can trust him to bring the ball up and to create and to find the open man, that just means everyone else get out on the break and start to run. That takes a 2-on-1 to potentially being a 4-on-1, because you can trust VJ Edgecombe to not only grab the ball off the glass, and also bring the ball up the court without creating a turnover. Those are a few things that you want to see from your rookie that we had no idea was going to be a skill set that maybe he's bringing to this team day in and day out. I think VJ Edgecombe is kind of NBA ready, almost NBA ready, extremely NBA ready on all the parts of the field of basketball besides scoring. We need to see more scoring consistency, because, again, going 4 for 13, that won't help. But I also will say that this team didn't have much help on the offensive end. The reason VJ Edgecombe took 13 shots tonight was because they had no one else they could trust to take and make shots tonight. Maxey went 5 for 12, so kind of comparable, not much better. Kelly Oubre went 2 for 8. And most importantly, guys, this team is injured right now, so you don't have the Joel Embiids. You don't have the Paul Georges. The squad that they put out there for the starting squad, which was Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Adem Bona, Dominic Barlow, and Kelly Oubre, that's going to be a lot of the starting squad come opening night. I mean, just based off the health that we're hearing, based off who's going to be ready for the start of the season, a lot of those guys may be starting opening night. Hopefully VJ Edgecombe will either be moved down, or Quentin Grimes will be taking his spot right there, because Quentin Grimes is, again, part of this team, something we will be covering in some of our next episodes. But most importantly, guys, this team had no one to score. If it wasn't Maxey taking the ball and taking the shot, you kind of assumed it wasn't going in. Again, this team went 3 for 35 from the three-point line. There was a point in this game where they had 55 points and the Knicks had like 80. They were down 25 points on the opposite end. It did not look good for this team the second and third quarter. The first quarter was kind of hopeful. The starting squad gave a spark. The Kelly Oubre defense, the Tyrese Maxey fast breaks, it really gave the fans some hope. But after that, guys, once the rotation started kicking in, once other players started getting in, you started to realize this may not be the best lineup, the best constructing squad, and Daryl Morey's got a lot of work to do. For one, Justin Edwards went 0 for 8. And this is another sad and underwhelming performance we've seen from Justin Edwards. Justin Edwards has been underperforming in the summer league, in the summer workouts at Rico Hines, and now in the preseason. Ever since last season, Justin Edwards has been underperforming. Hopefully he can get comfortable. Hopefully he can start playing the way he did at the end of the season last season. But I just want to take a note. It's a lot easier to score and to play freely when you're expected to lose. When you're expected to be good. When you're expected to be efficient and to make the shot. That puts a little more pressure on the shot. And so far, Justin Edwards, when the stakes are high and the talk and the praise is high on his side, he is underperforming. He has been underwhelming. He may be the best underdog, but he may not be a star on this team anytime. Maybe not even a star in the role that's made for him. Another guy that we did learn could be a key for this team, Dominic Barlow. Barlow started for this squad. He ended this game with 10 rebounds, 6 points. And Adembona and Barlow defensively seem like a really good lineup defensively. These are two guys that will jump and contest any shot, and they're willing to block anybody at that rim. The problem is, offensively, they don't really offer too much on the offensive end. Outside of being a lob threat, outside of being a roller, they don't really offer too much on the offensive end. So deploying a Dominic Barlow Adembona lineup must mean you have Quentin Grimes, Jared McCain, and Tyrese Maxey out there, because you're going to need a lot of offensive upside to pick up the offensive capability those two guys would be lacking. I mean, the one thing we did learn from this team is that they're going to need to find a scorer outside of Tyrese Maxey. Paul George, whatever Paul George brings to this team, they may be giving Paul George 25 shots again. Paul George may be getting the usage and the looks that young OKC Paul George saw, because there's no one else on this team I'm trusting with the ball right now outside of Tyrese, outside of what we can expect from Joel. And then Quentin Grimes, Quentin Grimes, hopefully he doesn't play like the Justin Edwards did. Hopefully he's not underperforming and playing underwhelming basketball, especially on a prove-it year for Quentin Grimes. The offensive players on this team, guys, there's maybe like 5. Where other teams, the New York Knicks, showed their depth, showed their potential for multiple lineups, the Sixers did not show any strength once you started calling names off of the bench. We learned a lot about this squad, but we're going to learn a lot more because they play again in Abu Dhabi. They play those Knicks again October 4th, which would be Saturday. We're going to keep our eyes on that game, guys. We're going to keep you updated with daily pods, daily discussions, and also daily updates on how good and how great this team can be and will be. But leave a comment, comment, and subscribe, guys. Let me know. What did you see? What did you think you learned, and what did you see out there from VJ Edgecombe? Some people are saying he played great. I'm thinking for the 3rd overall pick, I would like a little more offensive efficiency and just offensive confidence. His shot chart was all over the place. He's going to figure out where his spots are, what he's great at. He's good at putting the ball on the floor so far. He's good at attacking the rim. Finishing, not the best, but attacking the rim, putting the ball on the floor, and finding the open man. VJ Edgecombe has a lot of upside. But also, I want to see what you guys think. Comment, and subscribe, guys. Leave a comment down below. We'll be reading all your comments and discussing it in the next pod.